So today is February 28th and tomorrow is March 1st, and tomorrow I go in for my after chemo PET scan. So during chemo I did get like a 2-month PET scan in the middle to make sure chemo was working, and it showed that it was working. It showed that my body entered remission and I was on I think it's Duval, that's how you say it, I never know how to pronounce it, scale of number 2, which is how they use to determine if lymphoma patients are in remission or not in remission. It's like a whole chart that they use, and your number depends on like if you're remission or not. So mine I think was 2, meaning that, I don't know, some fancy medical term, something about the like I still had a mass in my chest, but activity in the mass in my chest was, I think, equal to or less than a certain amount or something. I don't know. It's a chart. It's a whole scale and a chart that they use to determine remission. But of course, as chemo goes on and as I have been done with chemo for a month, things could change. So they're doing my after treatment PET scan to determine if I'm NED, officially a cancer, I want to say survivor, but you still have about like 5 years really to say that you're a cancer survivor. But yeah, tomorrow's the big day to determine what's going on inside of me, if the cancer's gone, if the mass in my chest is gone, if I still have activity, if I have no activity at all. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting. It's a little nerve-wracking, and I think it's best the day before just to find ways to cope. So right now I have a smoothie. I think I did a face mask, and I'm watching SNL from last night. And also the diet the day before your PET scan is really weird. So it's kind of like a keto diet, and basically you have to have low carbs. So that's why I say like keto, and like no sugar and like high protein. They really want you to eat like high protein, very low carbs and no sugar, just because they inject this sugar into you tomorrow, and that sugar, this radioactive sugar that they inject in you, clumps where the cancer cells are, if you have any cancer cells in your body. So by you doing this diet and whatever they inject in you, plus like you can't exercise the day before and the day of, you have to like stay warm, it helps make really accurate results the more you like stay on it and eat the diet and do what they follow, so the results in your scan can be accurate. So it's hard to find foods to eat when, you know, you love carbs and sugar. But I wanted to give an update throughout the day. Maybe I'll show some foods that I eat throughout the day, and then tomorrow I'll take you all through my PET scan. So today is March 1st. It's about like 8:16 in the morning, and I leave school soon to get my PET scan. The appointment's at 9, but the hospital is not that far away. So for prep, like I said yesterday, I had to eat like a certain diet, and I showed some foods that I had to eat, and then I had to fast for 6 hours before my scan. And then I'll show you the process of when I get there, about what they do. I don't know if I'll be able to show it all, just because things are happening and the nurses and their techs are doing things to me, but I'll try to show as much as I can. So come along to my final PET scan. Also, while I'm here, I want to show you my hair growth. So remember how I mentioned a while back how my hair was growing back during chemo and it was really short? Well, now I'm a month out of chemo, and this is what it looks like. So here's the length on top, and here is the back of it. It's like, yeah. So like I said, I'm a month out, a little bit over a month out, and it's gonna keep growing. It's gonna turn into mullet. I think I might trim it a little, just because they say that it's good to trim it as it grows so you don't get really dead hair build up. So I might just do like little trims as it gets into like a really bad mullet. just so it grows healthy and not like dead hair. But yeah, I just wanted to add that hair growth in before I go. Anyway, let's go to my PET scan.
Yeah.
I have to drink this gross drink called barium. It's not yummy. And they put radioactive sugar into me, which is why I had to go on that special diet. And then I sit here for an hour in this room, and then I get scanned for 30 minutes. So I sit here for an hour, and my scan's about like 30 minutes, so yeah. My masks are falling off. I have to put them back on, but I'm just gonna be sitting here drinking barium. Yummy. I'm in the bathroom, but that machine that I showed, that was the PET scan machine. And so after I drank my barium, waited an hour, I went into the machine. It takes like 20 minutes. You're just laying there under my blanket, nice and warm. And I have completed my PET scan, so I think that's it. Now we just gotta wait for the results. So I just got back from my doctor's appointment with my oncologist, and he did solidify that my scan is clear and I'm in complete metabolic remission, meaning I have no cancer literally in my body anymore. So literally the chemo worked and I have 0 cancer in my body, which is like awesome and just exciting to know that like 6 months of poison paid off and it cleared all the horrible cancer cells out of my body. So this is awesome news. So next step for me will probably just be, I have to get my port, this thing right here, I have to get it removed. So I have to make that appointment to get it removed. They're gonna call me so I can make the appointment. And I won't see him again till like 4 months unless there's anything abnormal that shows up. Just because I still have to check for relapse. He told me there's only a 15% chance of relapse with my cancer, 75% chance of it not coming back, but always gotta check and look for symptoms and make sure. So I won't see him again until 4 months unless anything else shows up, and he'll do my blood and check my blood levels and my SED rate and everything. But that's the news. I wanted to end the vlog with sharing my PET scan news about the fact that I survived literal cancer at 21 into 22 years old, because I was 21 when I started it and 22 when I finished the chemo. So crazy world. Yeah. So thank you all for watching, and bye.